Hello, welcome back. I'm finally just chilling and sitting and enjoying a wee cup of tea because I've had the busiest week, so let me tell you all about it. So on Monday, you know that I just love finding new places to shop, and especially new boutiques and shops around about Glasgow and the West, because I just feel it's so important. Like, so many people shop online or high street, and it's really important to give the local boutiques the credit that they deserve, because the ladies that run them are just so passionate about what they do and their clothes and their wee boutiques, which they just keep so immaculately, and I love going and finding new ones and seeing all their stuff. So last week I discovered on Paisley Road West Love It Boutique, and ironically I do love it. So I went in and tried on lots of their new autumn winter 2017 collection. I just love the knitwear and the sparkles. They also sell like jewellery and candles and skincare. This dress was just my absolute favourite, and I love these boots too that actually Shirley's. Now Shirley owns the boutique and she's just so sweet. And she's a size 3 like me, so we were both sharing our passion for shoes, and she's like, try these on with the dress. So I tried them on, I fell in love with them, and they're from Zara. So don't all of you rush to buy them right now, because I want to get them. And I always find that I can never get boots that fit my wee legs, and they just fitted perfectly. I loved finding that wee boutique, she keeps it so lovely. And I'm going to take my mum this weekend because it's somewhere that she would love. I think that she would love the gloves and scarves and bags, accessories, as well as their kind of winter wear and their jumpers. So as soon as I walked in, I thought my mum will just love it here. So Thursday night it was the Marie Curie brain game at the Hilton, and I was absolutely honoured to be asked along as a quiz host. So I read out 2 of the rounds. Basically the brain game is kind of just like a big huge quiz. So you've got people that buy tables and they come along, they get their 3-course dinner, and they also get really competitive with each other. There's auctions and raffles and things. It's all for Marie Curie, but everybody wants the brain game trophy. So I read out 2 of the rounds. I read out business and music along with Roddy Forsyth. And your hosts for the night were Hazel Irvin and Ron McLean, so it was lovely to see them and work with them as well. Very talented individuals, and I was just honoured to be asked along because Marie Curie as well, it's a charity that's close to my heart. My mum works in the Glasgow hospice, and my gran was cared for there as well. It's just the work that the Marie Curie nurses do. They gave my gran the privilege of being able to fulfil her wish of dying at home. And I was just learning loads about the charity on Thursday night as well. It's, let me get this right, £6,479 to run the Glasgow hospice for one day. And it's like £20 an hour for a nurse to care for somebody. So it was really an eye-opener as well to see how much everybody's donations really, really help and contribute to the hospice. So it was great to go along and do something fun but really meaningful for a charity that means a lot to me, and I was so grateful to be asked. I had a great night, loved my dress, loved my hair, my makeup, felt $1 million, and it was a really good night. And we raised £150,000 for Marie Curie. And last but certainly not least, it finally happened. It was Grant and I's Dancing with Events Strictly Come Dancing extravaganza on Saturday night at the Radisson Blu. So after 10 weeks of rehearsals, we took to the floor and we danced our salsa. We tried our best. We never picked up the Cash for Kids trophy, so loads of you had been tweeting me and stuff saying, but did you win, and I was like, doesn't matter, it's the taking part that counts. We didn't win, but you know, Marcus, who was one of the hosts for the night, said that in no particular order people were punted off the dance floor, but Grant and I were 4th last. So basically there was like another 2 to go until the bottom 2. So although he said in no particular order, we like to say that we came 4th on Saturday night. So don't take that away from us. We came 4th. Do you know what? We were totally out of our comfort zone. Grant and I are just not natural dancers. I mean, when I was younger, I've done a little bit of dancing, but nothing serious or competitive or too technical. It's just always been fun and a laugh, and do you know what, that's exactly what Saturday night was. In fact, the whole process has just been great fun. We have had so many good times and quite hard as well. Grant in particular, and he won't mind me saying this, he really wasn't good at dancing when we started. And I mean, like, he couldn't even go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 with his salsa feet. He couldn't get the arms right, he couldn't get the counting. It was pretty horrific. And so for us to be able to say that we went out there and danced as a duo in front of, what, like over 300 people, do you know what, it really was. It's something that we're proud of, and it was all for Cash for Kids. And again, it's a charity that we do a lot of work for. It means a lot to us, and every single penny that is raised goes straight to the children in Glasgow and the West who need it most. Every penny straight to those kids. I was completely and utterly overwhelmed to find out that we had raised over £11,000 from the night. So I cannot thank you enough from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for supporting us through Twitter, for donating to Cash for Kids, for coming along, for buying tickets, and just in general being there when we had been talking on air about how difficult it was and how we were finding it so hard, and after the dress rehearsal how we were the worst couple. And you know what, we pulled it off, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if nothing was completely perfect and technical. We raised almost 12 grand for Cash for Kids, and to be a part of that, I just feel so proud, immensely proud of Grant and I. I also have to say a massive thank you to our choreographers and the event organisers, Donna and Marcus. Oh my goodness, you pulled that out of the bag. The full event, from, you know, choreographing 10 dances, for somebody who's not a dancer, I'm like, where do you even start with that? So 10 dances, ballroom and Latin. They organised the hotel, you know, the meal, the music for every dance, the tempo, organising a folder for each of us to have our rehearsal schedules in and our rehearsal videos. They filmed our rehearsals. You honestly felt like you were the only couple that they were working with as they were working with you at each of your rehearsals. Donna's choice of dress for me, absolutely loved it. We managed to pull off this lift. I wouldn't trust my boyfriend to lift me like that, so I put my trust in Grant. We'll have the proper footage, and I can't wait to show you the footage of the dance, but right now this is Grant's friend's footage, so he took this just on his phone, so do you know what? I'm going to show you. Bearing in mind Grant couldn't dance at the start of this. This is how it ended up. We will never hear Gloria Estefan conga the same ever again, but it was the best night.
Dancing the salsa, please welcome Amber and Grant to the floor.
nervous, and I'm just glad that I don't ever have to get as close to Grant ever again, grinding him and lying back on him and having him lift me. If you like these wee videos, make sure you subscribe. All my social medias are underneath the video as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back in a few days with something a wee bit different.